Welcome back to this week's Real Country File. This week we've managed to get on with some drilling, which has been good, but we've still got a long way to go through. Anyway, before I go any further, I'd like to thank HelloFresh because they are sponsoring this week's episode. You can get a discount by scanning that QR code. I think it's 60% off your first order and 25% off the next 6 after that. But yeah, thank you very much to them, and we'll also put the details in the description below. Anyway, Angela is at Cheshire Show, so she's been catching up with a few people there, so we'll go over to her in a second. And Stephen's been catching up with James Nuttall on his new investment. So over to Stephen.
Well, we've come along to visit an old friend of the Real Country File, Jimmy Nuttall, and a rather interesting addition to his fleet. So, James, it's been a few months now since we've seen you on the Real Country File, and you sent me a text to say you've added a new vehicle to fleet. I didn't know what to expect. Tell us what it is we've got here, mate.
It's what we call an eggmobile.
An eggmobile?
Yeah, basically just a movable chicken shed.
A movable chicken shed?
Yeah, chicken shed on wheels, basically.
Why do you want to move? Why not just have foundations in a chicken shed?
Because they're always getting access to fresh grass on a system like this. So you're moving them basically twice a week in this kind of setup. So they're always getting access to fresh grass. Of just fresh pasture, as they call them. So essentially, it's like the next step from free-range eggs. Okay. We call them pasture-raised eggs. Pasture-raised. Which is what people more and more people are after them, kind of thing.
Okay. Now it's quite bespoke. It's got solar panels on. Tell us, what we're powering.
Well, basically, it's based off a Richard Perkins design. It is really basic and low cost, but I thought it's better to make it as automated as we can because there's just that many jobs to do on farm. The more you can automate, the better. So basically, I've added lights onto it. The solar panels charging the battery at the front, which powers the electric fence around it. Because this setup, you basically go anywhere. Obviously, you want it fox-proof as well. So that'll be electric all the time. So that's run off the solar panel. We've automated our nest boxes as well. So if you look at these roost bars, they'll automatically come up to stop the chickens sleeping in them basically and mucking eggs up, and they'll let themselves back down in the morning. Also, it shuts the actual chickens in at night automatically and lets them back down when it's light.
Okay, so it does all that automatically.
Yeah, that's why it's a bit more bespoke.
And then you've got these roosting perches for an evening.
Yeah, all chickens jump in it and they just perch all the way up, so they run like basically shape at roof, so you can get more chickens on. Because really they are quite tight, really, for chickens in the space. But they're only built basically for them to sleep and lay their eggs. Rest of the time they should be outside.
Running around. I'm interested. Can I ask you cost or something like this then? Yeah, it's a lot of eggs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it did go a bit over budget, but yeah, gone over 10,000 really for all the automation side of it, really.
But I guess this is for years now, though, isn't it? It's like
it should be 10 years. I mean, we've upgraded it really. We put these fancy legs on it and an extra chassis on it, just because it gets windy up Belfort, and last thing you need is it all blowing over with chickens in. So we put like adjustable legs on it to make it stable. Obviously, it's windy now, isn't it, and not going anywhere. So yeah, it's working well so far. Just a few issues maybe with solar panels. Just when days are getting a little bit shorter now.
So you're going to have to work on that.
Yeah, just a few tweaks. There's a few lame right at top, which is a downside, but it's just a little teething problems really.
You never stand still, do you? You're always looking at the next kind of progression.
No, I need another one really now for next season and get them both ready at start of season and then just go from there really.
Has it been a good year? We've had bird flu and bad weather and all that. You're still selling them in your automated vending machine, yeah?
Yeah, still selling eggs. Eggs have been good. It's not been so bad throughout summer and spring with bird flu, but it were a rough winter to be fair, having to keep everything in. Yeah, it'll probably be back again this time as well.
More customers than this time last year? Are people getting the message out there about these pasture?
Yeah, there's lots of new customers keep coming, which can't complain. To be fair, last winter we just kept selling out every day. That were down to a bit of an egg shortage as well with supermarkets, but still good for us, but just needed to expand now.
So now the eggs are back in the supermarkets, are you still doing as well?
Yeah, still doing well to be fair. Need more chickens for next season.
Need more chickens. Well, I think the Eggmobile for an addition to your fleet, mate. I think it's absolutely cracking. See what I did there? I think we move on, shall we?
Yeah, time to move on now.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, no worries.
And hopefully we might, you never know, might sow the seed for a few people keeping hens.
Yeah,
Just have a look at something different.
There's a few people asking about them as well, so it's only a good thing, to be fair.
It is only a good thing. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Thanks for that, Stephen. Now over to Angela, who's been at Cheshire Ploughing Match, catching up with FCN.
Well, I've just come off my trade stand for a few minutes at the Cheshire Ploughing Match, a bit of respite from the rain and the blustery conditions. But here on the FCN stand, to the good people who are manning today in this sort of treacherous conditions and talking to real farmers about their issues and concerns. So Jackie, can you just give us a flavour roughly of what FCN is and what you actually do?
Okay, the FCN stands for the Farming Community Network, and we are a national charity that cover England and Wales. Really, we're there to support farmers and their farming families through difficult periods, through stressful periods, through...
So that's kind of like giving advice, but also financial support, is it?
No, we don't offer the financial support, but we can point people in the right direction, make referrals to sources of financial support or grants, whatever it is they're looking for, if necessary. Yeah.
But there's a network of local support workers and volunteers as well, and Dan, you're one of the local volunteers in this area. So can you give an example or just a scenario where somebody might want to get in touch at all that we can help with?
So, I mean, we know farming can be lonely. And that's not just physically spending time by yourself all day, but actually, you know, up in your head, you know, the whole pressures of the world are on you, or can feel like they can be on you. And sometimes you just need somebody to reach out to, somebody to talk to, and somebody who's not going to judge you. And I mean, people of my generation probably have found it very tough, or find it very tough to sort of open up emotionally. And fortunately that is changing. Younger generations, and as we learn about mental health, we realise that we can actually share with other people. But of course, when we talk to somebody, we don't need to be judged, do we? So I think part of our role is to just be there to listen initially, and then from there we can then explore if there's other ways that we can help and support.
That's it, yes. And I know that you are supported by a lot of agricultural businesses and events and activities where fundraising takes place. So it's a brilliant charity for any sort of farming related company to get involved with as well. And I know that you do produce some brilliant literature and sort of booklets, two of which are here today. So just by way of conclusion, what I would suggest is that if you go onto the FCN website, people can access this on the website, get a copy, can they?
Absolutely,
Right, brilliant.
And there's some, you know, good information there for farmers, you know, with it, their own physical or mental well-being, and also, you know, health and safety issues on the farm, etc. They're very informative. Yeah.
That's it. Excellent. Okay, so we'll put the details of these also on the video description as well. And yeah, certainly a great place to start if you do feel that you need some extra support and want a friendly, agriculturally understanding listening ear.
Earlier this week, a delivery arrived at Angela's house and her husband did a surprise for her. So let's see what that is.
Well, thanks very much to HelloFresh for sending us another box of food. Always really exciting to open up the box when it lands. Again, obviously I've chosen which meals to have. There's a massive list that you can choose from. So I've picked for 3, and one of them is Thai green spinach curry, which is one of the speedy recipes. There is monkfish and bacon and pea risotto, which looks lovely as well. That's one of the premium plus menu additions. And another premium one that I've chosen is the pan-fried sea bream and creamy serrano gratin. sounds very posh. And actually, I'm not cooking it myself either, because I'm approaching my 50th birthday this week. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it, really? But my husband said that he would make a fancy meal for me. We are going out to a party as well, but tonight, for one night only, he's actually cooking this very sumptuous dish. We very rarely have fish in our house because we don't really know how to deal with it. So the fact that we've actually got some easy to follow step-by-step instructions with some pictures on is ideal. He's not the most accomplished chef, although we have a go at things, but at least he can read instructions, and this makes it really easy. So let's see how it actually tastes at the end. Well, it looks good, it smells good, the portion sizes are really generous as well, and I think HelloFresh is going to be something that would be really helpful to people who are not massively confident at their cooking skills but want to try something really quite sumptuous as well. So I feel like I've been really treated tonight, so thank you very much HelloFresh, and happy birthday to me.
So there you go, that's about all for this week. Don't forget, if you scan that QR code, you can get 60% off your HelloFresh box first order and 25% off the next 8. I think I said 6 before, but it's definitely 8. So yeah, there you go. So thanks for watching The Real Countryfile this week. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you want us to talk about and whether you've enjoyed the video or not. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.